Would you like to know how to close a sale without being a great salesperson? Hey, I'm Michael DeLon, founder and president of Paperback Expert, and I don't see myself as a great salesperson. I've taken the courses, I've read the books, but that's just not who I am. I've got nothing against sales. I think it's a great profession. But when I think about selling and strategies and tactics and tie downs and all of that stuff, it just doesn't make me feel very good at all. So I came up with a different strategy from one of the coaches that we've hired. And I've been using this phrase for a number of years. It's generated a boatload of money for our company over time. And the closing question that I use in my sales call, we call it a credibility conversation. And I actually tell the prospect at the very beginning of our call that I'm going to ask them this closing question. And I say, at the end of our time together today, I'm going to ask you my closing question, and here it is. What would you like to do? That's it. That's my closing question. And the reason I have that as my closing question is because by that time, we've assessed their situation. They've asked all the questions they need. We've walked through our process, our pricing. They understand everything. And we've had the discussion to know, is this the right next best step for them? So by the time we get there, that question is posed. What would you like to do? And more often than not, they say, I'd like to get started. How do I do that? And we walk down the pathway. And there's no pressure whatsoever. Now, how do we get there? How do you get to that point in your business? Well, it takes a lot of what we call preconditioning. And one of the best ways to precondition your prospects is to put a copy of your book in their hands. Okay? Your book is like them having a one-on-one conversation with you for an hour or two or three. When we read books, we do it one-on-one. It's kind of like listening to the radio, right? We watch television in groups. We listen to radio one-on-one. We read books one-on-one. It's a conversation. It builds trust. It lets me get to know you. You have the opportunity of sharing your story, your process, talking about other people you've helped who've been in similar situations. And as they're reading your book, their head is just nodding, going, yeah, oh, it makes sense. Oh, yeah, I like this person. And it preconditions them so that when they walk into your office or hit that Zoom call, it's not a first conversation. They've been with you multiple times. It's probably a second, third, maybe a fourth conversation in their mind. And what it does is it lowers the resistance, it removes the friction, and it allows you to have a conversation with somebody who's looking for somebody to help them. And when you're in that position, it takes all of the pressure out of selling. It's not selling at all. You're consulting, you're talking, you're serving. That's where we need to be. And that's the position we've put ourselves, and I've put myself is in a position of service. And if our service isn't right for you, that's okay. Really, go, I'll refer you to somebody else. Or just don't do business with me, because we don't want a wrong fit client. We want a right fit client. It has to be right on both sides. And we precondition our clients in a number of different ways. You should be preconditioning them as well in a number of different ways. By far the best way is through the pages of your book. So if you have a message to deliver, if you have something to say, if you think you can actually serve your clients well, then you need to be an author. You need to put yourself in that position of thought leader. You see, your audience, they don't really need more information. They're looking for somebody they can trust who can help them achieve the result they're striving to get to. If that's you, they're going to choose you more times than not after they've read your book. Okay, experts have books. If you've thought about writing a book, if other people have said, you should write a book someday, then you should just reach out and have a conversation with us. It's going to be 25 minutes of this. Me and you talking about your business. What are you trying to make happen? How do we help you put your brains into your book and do it in such a way that it allows you to connect with your audience, compel them to step towards you, and convert them into clients using those high-pressure sales strategies we're going to teach you? What would you like to do? Because when you precondition properly and you use your book, you're going to gain more clients. We have client after client who gives their book away following the strategies we teach you to let people read their book. They walk into their office with that client's book, dog-eared, highlighted, underlined. It's got sticky notes all over it. It's got questions, and they have a great conversation about how you can help me solve this need. They're preconditioned to hire you because they've spent time with you reading your book. That's the power of having a book, being able to precondition your prospects before you meet with them so that you can use a powerful closing question like, what would you like to do? If you'd like to put yourself in that position, then schedule a call with me and let's have a conversation around how we can help you create your book without writing a word. And then we'll teach you how to use your book to gain more clients. Hope this has been helpful. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. God bless.